what level is worth supplementing, and then what is a good level to shoot for with supplementation.
Is 40 nanograms per deciliter of pregnenolone low?
Great question. So on my website, there is a masterclass called the Pregnenolone Masterclass. I go into this in quite a lot of detail because this is a very good question in terms of what level is worth supplementing, and then what is a good level to shoot for with supplementation. So when I put this masterclass together, and if anyone's watching this, if you've got like a TBI and you can't work or you've lost your job, just send me an email, dave@advancedfundamentalhealth.com. I'll send it to you for free. But it is a 2-hour masterclass that goes into this in great detail. But anything below a 50 with symptoms and or a potential root cause is worth a trial of supplementation. So anything below a 50, I would do a trial of supplementing if there are symptoms of low pregnenolone. And people can refer to my low pregnenolone symptom video on this channel, which is the second one I did. And I describe in quite layman's terms and the things that kind of present clinically what would constitute low pregnenolone. So if you have, if your levels are, let's say for this gentleman, a 40, and you've got symptoms, I think 25 milligrams is a good starting dose. Whereas if someone had undetectable levels, I would still be looking at starting at about 25 milligrams, but they're more likely going to need 50 milligrams or higher to get an optimal pregnenolone level. So yes, I would consider 40 there. But the thing that I will caveat is there are plenty of guys with 35, 40, 45, 50, zero symptoms, and they feel absolutely great. They do not need to be supplementing with pregnenolone. But if there are negative symptoms and there is a potential root cause like a TBI, or if DHEA or cortisol are also low, then yeah, I would definitely be looking at a trial for sure.